But there, now we've helped out Yura, and in as a reward, we got a ruin arc, which we already read about, and also another one of the materials used if you wanted to go and help somebody on an invasion. So essentially, in that one, Yura was being the one that was invading. We were called upon to help him. So that's why it was a red symbol. If we were going to help somebody that was getting invaded, it would be a gold symbol on the ground. And we also got a new Ash of War called Raptor of the Mist. This is a very cool Ash of War, a very, very badass Ash of War. Really like this one. It can be used to escape a lot of situations where you might be getting hit. Like you're, I can think back to essentially those big guys that are riding on the horses. I'm trying to think of something else. It basically gives you a giant set of invincibility frames. It's a huge, like a lot, maybe a full second of invincibility while you do it. And it reads, an Ash of War that grants an armament the keen affinity in the following skill. Raptor of the Mist, duck into a low stance, momentarily vanishing. If an enemy's attack connects, avian wings will allow for a quick escape into the air. Or usable on all melee armaments. We can use it on everything. Really cool one. Really cool one. Can be used in a lot of situations. So, of course, we just now helped out Yura, and if we look over here, Yura's back.
Wretched worms, leave me be.
So you sort of get the feeling that Yura was kind of pushed to his limits there.
Oh, it's you. Thanks for your help there. That bloody finger was a thorn in my side. And now I'm finally rid of him. Here's a token of thanks. Please, take it.
And he hooks up us up with a smithing stone 5, which is pretty cool.
I may not have much time. I'm dying to see you. Eleonora. Violet bloody finger.
That's an important line right there.
Yes, I've been tracking Eleonora for quite some time. She is the deadliest of all bloody fingers. She's felled many an old hand already, but in spite of her cessblood zealotry, Eleonora is a proud knight. If she comes for you, do not think twice. You must flee. There is no shame in self-preservation.
And the next time that we see Yura, we'll be on the hunt for Eleonora.
Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again, if fate permits.
All right, there it is. So that is all that we can do with his storyline for right now. Got like 27,000 runes right now. I'm kind of unsure where to proceed from here. We could just start wiping bosses and everything, but I kind of want to see out some more of his quest line as well. I think for right now, I think the best way to proceed forward is we're going to head over to Round Table Hold. You know what we can do? Here's something we can do. Let's go do one final... let's go to the Academy main gate, right where we just were. Let's go do one final dungeon before we're done for the day. This isn't too long of a dungeon, but it is quite a bit bigger. It's actually a mine that we're going to be going and doing. We're going to need our club that's in our other hand. Now, instead of walking past this time, we're going to examine the seal. And the seal will essentially teleport you to the other side of this bridge. And then once we're on the other side, there's actually a finger reader that we can talk to. So we did not get a chance to talk to the other finger reader. We're going to wait on this one as well. Because they sort of have stuff to say when it comes to what you're actually doing in the story. So we're just gonna, we'll talk to this finger reader at a later point in time. But you can actually see her over there right behind me, right in front of that little pillar. She's there to read your fingers and basically kind of tell you your future. Probably gonna die here. I don't know if I remember the exact spot where I have to jump off, but you can hear a dinging off on the side. It's another walking mausoleum, and if you look off the side here, you can't see it, but there's actually one of our spirit springs right here. We're going to use that to get down. We're going to pass by the big giant walking mausoleum. And in the rocks over here, there's going to be a path that we can actually follow. And at the very back of it here is another mine. So as always in mine, strike damage is the way to go all the way. And also I never take the elevators. I always go to the left side. I roll off, and then there's usually little pathways that you can check and see if the pathways have anything in them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But we already know what crack crystal is. We've already alluded that before. But essentially, we're gonna go ahead. We'll 100% this little cave because I don't know the next time we'll be back. So we'll get all the items from in here. There's a site of grace here for us. You can hear his dong. You can hear his donger. Wait a minute. You mean his... Forget it. Boogie, well played. If you want to summon somebody in to help you, make sure you use the summoning pool. And like other mines, Alt Smash. That usually works best. These enemies are weak to blunt damage. And that is exactly what this is, or strike damage as they call it. Behind the statue, there's a Somber Smithing Stone 3. A chest here with another Somber Smithing Stone 2. Now, all I need is a Somber Smithing Stone 1, and we can bring the Sword of Night and Flame up to a +4, I do believe. I think we have another Smithing Stone 4 or so. Like I said, though, we'll clear out this entire place. This is a pretty lengthy, as far as a mine goes, this is actually pretty lengthy. Normally, mines are pretty quick to make your way through. That guy is the guy that we're after. He's essentially the foreman, and he can do some magic deals. We don't want him to do the magic deals because we like living. And there is a Smithing Stone 2, some more cracked crystal. And he dropped a glintstone scrap. There is an elevator here. You can't activate it yet, but we will be able to in the future. Essentially, it is a shortcut that'll bring us down there if we do die. It'll get us faster down into the bottom of the mine. All right, this is probably the most dangerous part of this entire one right here because there's so many here. Now, these little glintstone pebbles are actually kind of strong. They can fuck you up. There should be another one down here, right here. He dropped a cracked crystal, or I'm sorry, a glintstone scrap as well. And I think this is just a little room where there's some loot here. It is a Smithing Stone 3. That is our first Smithing Stone 3 that we picked up, and that's actually another one right there. Now, let's go underneath here. And I was going to say, there should be one sitting on the ground somewhere. Got him. Another large glintstone scrap there. Golden Rune 3. And then we'll loot all of those. And I do believe we want to... What does this go? I'm trying to think. There's 3 different directions. Or is there 2 different directions? Yeah, there's 2 different directions. All right, let's just continue forward. Was that it up here? There wasn't nothing off on the right here, was there? No. No, that's everything. All right, so yeah, we only got one other way to go. It's another, essentially another elevator. I'm just going to activate it and then get off. And like I said, always be checking because this one actually does have an item in it. If you actually follow this cave, it leads to a, I believe it's a Somber Smithing Stone 3? 2. Somber Smithing Stone 2. Dude's just trying to work and you come in swinging a big ass club at him. Listen, they are not as innocent as they appear, Boogie. If they had seen me first, they'd try to kill me. I'm just preemptively taking care of the situation. All right, I am the bad guy. I get it. We've already determined that, though. Let's be honest. I am the serial killer of all video games. They just don't know it. That's why I'm a serial killer. Like, I'm a really good one. No one's ever caught me. Ever. I got an enemy up here that we'll go ahead and take care of. grab that. That's a smithing stone 2. Some more cracked crystal over here and right here. And now you want to make sure that this guy is not looking at you when you cross this. Otherwise, he can hit you while you're crossing it and actually knock you off. So got him dead. Now we'll push this guy before he can get his attacks out on us. Done. Some more cracked crystal. Smithing stone 3. And I believe this is another smithing stone 3 and another smithing stone 3 here. So there's a smithing stone 3. That's a smithing stone 2. And now we can send down that elevator. Oh no, I don't want to be on it. Send it up, I guess. Send it up is what I meant to say. And now we have a shortcut back down here if we need it. Now, this area can be kind of dangerous. We want to lure this guy out is what we want to do. And now we're going to try and lure these marionettes up here down one at a time. So you can do that. There we go. We got him. This one's going to shoot a lot of arrows at us. Stun them. Pretty easy to kill them. Also, these guys are weak to that the strike damage. And in here, there isn't one up here, right? No, the next cave, there's one up above us in the entrance. But there's a smithing stone 1. I don't even know why they put a smithing stone 1 in here. And a smithing stone 2, but I guess we're going to need some of them anyways. I'm a serial killer. Frosted Flakes, Cheerios, Captain Crunch. They never had a chance, said Boogie. Never had a chance. So in here, we got to watch out. Right up above us. And we're going to use the invincibility frame on this guy to make it so we don't take damage from the other guy. Give him the old banger. Thank you, sir. Open. Now we got a crystal knife. This is brand new. The crystal knife is a dagger, in fact. It says a knife made of sharpened hard crystal, signature weapon of glintstone miners. Used as a tool to extract glintstone from broken rock, and as such, a faint magic unwreaths the blade. Its skill is quick step, and we've already read about quick step. All right. And we are nearing the end of this now, but you can see this is actually quite a lengthy cave here. Quite lengthy. We have essentially, I think, 2 more rooms left and we're done. The enemy that we are worried about in this area is going to be a mage, and you can see him making his way up right now. And this guy is a big dude. But you can knock him off balance with jump attacks and then essentially kill him. And then the other one is right there. You do not want to... Basically, you want to avoid hitting all the guys that are working, because if you don't hit the guys that are working, they will never... it actually shot over. That's insane. If you don't hit those guys that are working, they'll never attack you. Is he underneath now? Let's go in after him. No. All right. So now you can kind of attack these guys. Why? You can attack these guys one at a time if you want. And then you see the other ones just still stay at work. We did get a large glintstone scrap, smithing stone 3, somber smithing stone 1. That's the somber smithing stone 1 that we needed. Some more cracked crystal, a smithing stone 2 and 3. So a lot of upgrade materials here. And I feel like it's worth noting too, these do not respawn. These nodes, it's not like this is a mine you can keep coming back to and farming for materials. Not that kind of mine. It's a one and done. It's a one and done. I do believe we go this way first, if I'm not mistaken. I'll know once I get around the corner. No, that's the way we should have went second. And the other one, I think, is just a small room with the one item in it. Sort of like we experienced on the top floor of this place. And there's the item. It is Shattering Earth. This is a new spell for us. And the big guy that we had to jump hit in order to sort of stun lock him, he would have used this on us if he had the chance. And it requires 15 intelligence, and it reads, one of the glintstone sorceries of the Academy of Rhea Lucaria imbues the ferrule of the caster's staff with magic, then thrusts it into the ground and creates a magical shockwave, allows one follow-up attack. The Stone Digger sorcery used by the glintstone miners of the Crystal Tunnels at the Academy. Use of this sorcery was a stigma that marked out failed scholars. So essentially, it sort of leads you to believe that failed scholars end up down here in the Crystal Tunnels as like foremans, maybe? I don't know. Just a thought. Just a thought. That's my own personal thought. So they're increasingly hard to find, rare to find. Yeah, no, never. Nuh-uh. Oh, nothing's hard to find. Boogie's referencing our playthrough on YouTube of this game. We did do a Let's Play. If you guys want to check it out, ! Let's Play in the chat right now. You guys can go watch that. Another Somber Smithing Stone 3, by the way. But yeah, there was several items that are not so rare to find. The biggest ones being Trina's Lilies, have that in the description. Exceedingly hard to find. Like, wait, what? I've read that line 1,000 times. I feel like they're not as hard to find as they make it out to be. And last but not least, the Smithing Stone 1. And then here we go. Now we are set to go in and do a boss fight. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, I'll show you guys something that you can do. We can actually cast Terra Magica right here. And you can see it sort of bleeds into the next room. So we can transfer through and then not move and still get the buff from it here. And it's another Crystallion. And he's stunned, so now we're good to go ahead and just lay waste to him. Let the stamina come back. Thank you, Boogie, for putting the link in the chat for me. And that is that. And now we have Smitherstone Bell Bearing number 1 and a few more runes for us. Now we're up to 35,000 runes to play with. We've gathered everything in this entire mine. And essentially how the Crystallians work is they have very, very, very strong armor. But once you break that armor, they can no longer shrug off hits. So you can stun lock them at any point from there on forward. So the goal is to break their armor as fast as possible. And then once you have that armor broken, then you just never stop swinging. Never stop. Ishi, what is up? Denny Shimura says, look who returned. We are on 54 straight days of streaming. Where have you been? Where have you been for him? Ishi, what is up? How are you? What up, Ishi? All right, let's go ahead and bail out of here. We're set. Now let's make use of that bell bearing. We're going to travel back to Round Table Hold. And let's do the thing. So now bell bearings can be essentially used by giving them to the Twin Maiden husks over here. So essentially what a bell bearing is it takes items that a character would have or would sell and allows you to get them or buy them in bulk from the Twin Maiden husks. So if we talk to the Twin Maiden husks, they don't say a damn thing, but they do have an option to offer a bell bearing. And we have the Smithing Miners Bell Bearing 1. We'll give that off to them. And now essentially what that allows us to purchase from them is Smithing Stone 1s and Smithing Stone 2s. We can now buy as many as we want from them. There is no limit. We can just keep buying them. So now we have a way to permanently upgrade any normal weapon all the way up to +6 as long as we have the runes to do it. And I'm going to show you guys the easiest way to actually get runes for early upgrades. We might as well do that right now. And the easiest way is, you guys will remember that way over here, where is it? I'm trying to find the actual spot right here. So we had visited a place called Lenny's Rise. Lenny's Rise is in Caelid. We visited here a while ago and we actually made our way to the top of it, and we got ourselves one of the memory stones that allowed us to equip more runes, or I'm sorry, spells, so we can have more spells active. That's in the up direction on the other side of the screen. And if we actually go down the hill here, we're going to have an enemy that spawns behind us, and it's a big ball that tries to roll after you, and it's going to happen right about now. And if we run to the side, it rolls off, it dies, and it gives you 1954 runes. That's an easy way to get runes really fast, very early in the game. You can come up here, sit down as many times as you like, and as you'll see, if we go back down and do it again, basically this is what I would do if I needed to. Oh, I need to buy this armor or this this spell. You just run along the edge, it rolls off, you wait for it to give you the runes, and then you run back. Or you can just actually fast travel back if you want to, if you have a fast enough load that you can do. This place tends to be a little bit longer load times. So, but there's that. That's it. So that's an easy way for you guys to get runes. I'll also show you guys a much bigger rune farm later on in the future that will give you a roughly 50,000 runes every time that you kill an enemy. And the enemy doesn't normally respawn, but we can actually make them respawn. So before we go any further, let me catch up with Ishi here real quick. Boogie says, Ishimura, Dead Ishimura, what up, homie G-Dog Skillet? And Ishi says, I'll be honest, after what happened a while back, I may have unfollowed since you sounded done with it. What are you talking about, Ishi? I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about, Ishi? Man, I had some long-ass load times on Destiny last night. Did you, Boogie? Oh, you know what it is? A lot of times when you're going back to the tower, that's when you'll experience them. Because essentially what will happen is all servers will end up filling up, and there's a lot of people playing the game right now. So you'll have to wait essentially in a queue. It doesn't let you know you're in a queue, but essentially you're in a queue with a whole bunch of other people. And then you'll know that's the case when you do spawn in at the tower, and you'll see like 10 or 15 people spawn with you at the same time. Essentially, you were in a queue waiting for an available server at the place, at the tower. All right, so as we were walking by right here, you can see that a door opened, and Sir Gideon Ofnir is actually in here, hard at work. Let's actually give him a talking to.
What do you need? I have little time to spare.
Little time to spare. What do you mean, house guest? So the last time that we spoke to Sir Gideon Ofnir, he said that don't get it twisted. We are merely a guest until we prove our worth. And basically, he likes to point out how he is our superior, I believe is his exact words for it. Says, what do you mean, a house guest?
Oh, are you aggrieved at the notion you are but a visitant here? Then you would do well to remember the first words of grace given to you. Stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. If those words held any meaning to you, follow the guidance of grace. Lay low the shard bearers and claim for yourself a great rune. Do so, and the doors to the Round Table's inner chamber will open, and you will receive the wisdom of the Two Fingers.
The wisdom of the Two Fingers. Insert all sexual jokes now, everybody.
Once the wisdom of the Two Fingers becomes your own, I'll impart to you a proper welcome.
It's a prostate exam.
As a true member of the Round Table, I have high hopes for you. I'm sick and tired of them. These namby-pamby Tarnished think us no more than a shelter from the rain.
So he doesn't like Tarnished that don't make themselves useful, that aren't pursuing what a Tarnished is meant to do, and that's become the Elden Lord. So he's sick of those Tarnished that come here and with that not their first and foremost thought. I should be becoming Elden Lord.
We've spoken long enough. I have matters to attend to.
All right, we're done here. And scene. So, I think that we've done everything that we can do today, but we do have a chance really quickly to go ahead and buy some of the things that we can from our little buddy here.
Ah, you appear to be
This is
doing
Corin.
well. Very good. Well then, Would you like to learn an incantation?
And Corin said that he was willing to give us incantations that we can do. We can also give him prayer books if we want to. I'm not going to choose to give my prayer books to him because wherever you give a prayer book to, that's the only place that you can ever go back and learn an incantation from is that person. And now, if you're going to buy them at that moment, it's always, it's fine to give it to him. But I want to give all of them to the same person, essentially. So we're going to study incantations, and you can see he has a ton of them. But the next thing that I think we're going to go and do is going to require us to essentially move along his storyline inadvertently. We're going to inadvertently be moving his storyline along, and that's going to cause him to leave this area. So I'm going to buy all of his spells now. This one is called Urgent Heal, Incantation of the Two Fingers Faithful. Heals a small amount of HP. This incantation can be cast while in motion. The Two Fingers has a high hopes for the Tarnished, and even if they should be wounded, even should they fall, they will continue to fight for their duty. We're going to buy that one. Our next one is called Heal, an incantation of the Two Fingers Faithful. Heals HP for the caster and nearby allies. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. The Two Fingers has high hopes for the Tarnished. It says basically the same thing. Buy that. The next one is an incantation of the Two Fingers Faithful, alleviates poison buildup and cures poison. This incantation can be cast while in motion, and it says the same thing as the other ones. And the next one is magic fortification, increases magic damage negation. This incantation can be cast in motion, and it says follows the path that has been set before you, and you will make enemies of all others, the monks, the sorcerers, the ancient dragon knights, and the scions of gold. Heed me, the lands between offer no welcome to the Tarnished. The next one is flame fortification. It increases fire damage negation. And the one after that is called rejection, produces a shockwave that knocks back nearby foes. Charging increases the size of the shockwave. Hark, Tarnished! If you truly walk in faith, you must be prepared to reject all else. That requires 12 faith. We don't have that. This one also requires 12 faith that we don't have. We'll have 12 faith here very shortly. The next one is called Catch Flame, and this is an actual offensive weapon. Incantation originating from the sinister prophecy. Momentarily spark flames from the caster's hands. This incantation can be cast without delay after performing another action. The Flame of Ruin is an anathema of the Erdtree. I don't know what that word means. But prophets sometimes glimpse in it within the faith of all the same. Within the faith, all the same? But prophets sometimes glimpse it within the faith, all the same. Suddenly, when this occurs, their sole reward is banishment. So you can be banished for using that, I guess, is what it's saying. Not really sure on that one. Buckwheat, what up? What up, buddy? This one is Flame Sling, incantation originating from a sinister prophecy. Throws a ball of raging fire. Charging enhances the potency and causes the ball of fire to explode. The Flame of Ruin is an anathema of the Erdtree, but prophets sometimes glimpse it within the faith, all the same. Sadly, when this occurs, their sole reward is banishment. So now we have bought everything from Brother Corin. Does not matter if he leaves now.
May the golden
we have
order
everything he has to
shine
offer.
through you.
There will be more things that we can actually buy from Brother Corin in the future. But since we're here as well, we do know that our buddy D also has a few things for us to buy.
Hello. You've been busy weeding Deathroot.
It's true.
I take it.
It's true.
I thank you, as your brother in arms. So what can I do for you?
So he has incantations for us to study, and just two of them. One is called the Litany of Proper Death. It says one of the incantations of the Golden Order Fundamentalists, used by the hunters of those who live in death, creates an image of order, dealing holy damage to nearby foes. This incantation is especially damaging to those who live in death. Any felled by this incantation cannot be revived. The role of the hunters is to stomp out defiled reason, all for the perfection of the Golden Order. So this definitely leaning into the holy damage, essentially creates a circle that does holy damage, and anything in it can't be revived. So good for any undead. And it requires 17 strength and 17 intelligence. So you see, we're kind of getting into a more balanced line of I need intelligence and faith when you get into the Golden Order fundamentalist kind of spells. And this one is Order of Blade. This requires 13 intelligence, 13 faith. And it says one of the incantations of the Golden Order fundamentalists used by the hunters of those who live in death. Enchants armament held in the right hand with holy affinity attacks. This incantation is especially damaging to those who live in death. Any felled with this incantation cannot be revived. The role of the hunter is to stamp out defiled reason, all for the perfection of the Golden Order. Did I buy him? No. We're gonna buy both of these. So now we bought everything that D has to offer. We bought everything that Corin has to offer. And I think that from here, we can kind of journey into a brand new area. We can kind of go into a brand new area. Ishi says, I had to wait for ads. Yeah, but a while back that you said that streaming just wasn't fun anymore or something similar, but it looks like that's just the past now. Exactly. Ishi, exactly. Yeah, you know, you do something for so long, you get discouraged by, you know, not getting what you want out of it. And sometimes that can lead you to blinding you of the things that you are getting out of it. And that's essentially what had happened. But after being away for nearly 2 years, trying YouTube quite a bit, doing a lot of YouTube stuff, and then coming back to streaming, I have never been having a good time, or a better time, to be honest. I've been having an absolute blast. Corn, says Aaron, blood for blood god. No, Corin. Maybe I can help you with the whole Corin thing. Ishi says, you know, I learned a funny thing about the rejection spell a while back, what is that? I heard corn, says Aaron. I heard corn. Doesn't fate fall off late game? Yes, faith, any kind of holy damage is pretty weak in the game right now. Pretty weak as far as end game goes. You can oosh them around. Oosh. Oosh, as in like that. You use rejection on the big four-legged belb enemies, and you can oosh them. You can push them around. Yes, yes. Another good spell is this one.
Did you need something else?
That one right there. Litany of Proper Death is really good against them. You wait for them to attack you, and you hit this as in their attack, and yeah, it fucks them right up. It messes them up bad. Aaron, thank you so much for redeeming 1,000 rockets to change that background color. We're going to do it for you right now. Everybody ready? Echo? Change studio lights to blue.
Okay.
Whoa. Holy shit. Take that, eyeballs. Go fuck yourself. So I think for right now, I think we've, that's probably a good spot to start for the day. We got a lot did today. We've got a good base laid out for us, so that now tomorrow we can really start pushing and making some more progress. We're going to go into a brand new area. By the way, Ishi, welcome back. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate you. It's good to have you back, buddy. Tomorrow, I think we're going to journey into a new area. We're going to somewhat continue Corin's quest line a little bit. And then I think we're going to go and probably get a Somber Smithing Stone 6. And do one more upgrade to this weapon. What do we have for our other upgrade materials? We have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing a 5. Then we have an 8 and a 9. So we'll probably, you know what? We have the money right now. Let's actually go and upgrade the song or the Sword of Night and Flame right now. Should we do that? Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't, because we can't use it right now. We should probably level up faith before we attempt to go ahead and do that. We got to put one more into intelligence. We got to go one more into intelligence. Let's go ahead and level up here. Let's go 1 intelligence and the rest. Well, we got 1 extra level up off of that. We're at 8,214 runes needed to level up now. That's insane.
Throwing a flashback.
Sorry. So we need another 12 faith in order to be able to use the Sword of Night and Flame. Wow. Let's go ahead and finalize that. So we need a lot more runes. We need to go farm some runes somewhere. Let's go knock that big giant, knock your balls off the cliff some more, Rocket. That's what you should do. All right, Rocket Nation. Ishi, thank you for the flashbang. Still have them rockets hanging out, don't you? From way back when. Still got them. Boogie following now for 7 years, 8 months, 27 days, 4 hours. That's insane, man. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much. To his chinny chin chin, says Aaron. Chinny chin chin. So thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys being here today. Of course, we're back on the grind. We have now 8 days after today for us to make it basically to the end of the game and do everything we want to do before we go into the DLC. So the DLC, of course, is coming out the 21st. So the 21st doesn't count either. But that's a Friday. That is not this upcoming Friday, the following Friday, which is going to be awesome because I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So we're going to have a pretty good run of DLC time for the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC for this game. It's pretty stoked for it as well. Buckwheat says, have a good night, my dude. My kid just asked where your hair went, LOL. That's not fun. Listen here, you little shit. You come here. Come here. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. Uncle Rocket says, hi. Don't you worry about my fucking hair. I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't talk to your kid like that, little bastard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Buckwheat, I love you, buddy. Tell your kid to go to hell. Boogie says, much love, Rocket Nation. Boogie, you have a good one as well, man. Everybody enjoy your evening. I'll meet you back here. We stream every single day, 3 p.m. So remember that. And if you guys missed a stream and you guys want to get caught up, ! VOD in the channel right now. We'll give you guys a link to go over to the YouTube VOD channel that we have, where you guys can always watch all of the streams. They are separated up into playlists that all contain the date. So if you ever need to know or see a video that you missed and you know what date it was made, all you got to do is look up the date, and all of the streams, essentially I cut the streams up into half-hour segments, and those are in a playlist with the date in the title. So it should be easier for you guys to be able to find the date that I streamed, or the game. You can always search for the game that I streamed as well too. So enjoy that over there, guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are watching over there on YouTube as well, feel free to come over and join us. We're here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rockitsauce, and that link is right down below in the description. Go click and come over here and join us. I love you. Rocket Nation, thank you guys so much. I love you. Remember, life is short. Pause, save, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Have a good one, everybody. See you tomorrow. I love you.